Hello, everyone! Welcome to Simply Explained English, where we break down the language barrier one word at a time. I'm Lisa, and my co-host Eric is here. In each episode, we dive into English words and phrases to make them easy and understandable.
That's right, Lisa. We focus on making things simple and clear, so you can feel more confident in your English skills. Let's get started with today's episode.
Okay, what are the words today, Eric?
The first word today is responsible. Then we will continue with to impress, and to attempt, then to put up with. The final one is break a leg.
Great. Let's start by explaining responsible.
Responsible.
When you're responsible, you need to look after something or someone. When things go wrong, you need to make the right decision to solve them.
That's right, Lisa. Now, I'll give two simple examples. First, he is responsible for feeding the dog every morning. This means it's his job to feed the dog. Second, she is responsible for keeping her room clean. This means her job is to keep the room clean.
Perfect examples, Eric. Eric, if you use a verb after responsible, we use the ing form, right?
Yes, Lisa, we use for after responsible. And then, if we use a verb, we should use the ing form. Like, we should be responsible for doing something.
I see, like I am responsible for cleaning the room or dealing with customers.
Good examples. Let's do a sample dialogue now, Lisa. Alex and Jamie are talking at school.
Hey, Jamie. I heard you're the new captain of our basketball team. That's a big responsibility.
Yes, it is. I'm responsible for organizing our practices and making sure everyone knows the game plan.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work. But I know, you're responsible, so you'll do a great job.
Thanks, Alex. I'll try my best to be a good leader and make sure our team works well together.
That was a great dialogue. This means that Jamie is responsible for his new role as captain.
Exactly. He needs to do his job well to help his team. Now, Lisa, have you ever had a situation where you were really responsible?
Yes, once I was responsible for taking care of my neighbor's cat while they were on vacation. I had to give the cat some food and water every day. How about you, Eric?
For me, I was responsible for a school project. I had to organize our group and finish the project on time.
Those are both great examples of being responsible in different situations. Being responsible means others can trust and rely on you.
That's nicely said, Lisa. I think our listeners can understand the importance of being responsible in daily life. It helps everything go well, whether it's a small or big task.
Well, that wraps up our explanation and examples of responsible. Remember, being responsible is an important part of life.
Well said, Lisa. Okay, let's move on to our next word. The next word is to impress.
To impress.
To impress. This verb means to make someone feel admiration and respect. It's used when you want to show someone that you are good at something, or if you have something very nice.
That's a great definition, Eric. Can you give us some examples?
Sure. Here's the first one. He tries to impress his friends by cooking fancy meals. The second one is, Sarah impressed her teacher by finishing the project early.
Those are good examples. And I think it's important to say that impress is followed by the prepositions with and by. For example, she impressed the judges with her knowledge. Or I was impressed by the story.
Exactly, Lisa. Now, let's listen to a sample dialogue. Tom and Mary are at a school science fair.
Wow, Mary, your project looks amazing. I am really impressed by your project.
Thank you, Tom. I worked really hard on my project to impress the judges.
It shows. I think your project will definitely impress everyone here. It is about a really important issue.
Yes, Tom, it's about renewable energy. I hope it can impress people enough to make them think more about the environment.
That was a great dialogue, Eric. They used the word impress perfectly.
Yes, they did. Using impress in different ways can really help express admiration. Lisa, have you ever tried to impress someone?
I have. When I was a student, I used to study a lot to impress my teachers. What about you, Eric?
Well, I remember trying to impress my friends by learning to play the guitar. It was fun.
That sounds like a great way to impress someone. Learning new skills always seems impressive.
Definitely. It's always good to remember that the best way to impress someone is to be yourself and do your best.
That's so true, Eric. Well, that's all for Impress. We hope our viewers found our discussion helpful.
I hope so, Lisa.
Let's move on to our next word. Can you explain it, Eric?
The next word is to attempt.
To attempt.
To attempt. This verb means to try to do something, especially something difficult. It's about making an effort to do a task.
Can you give us some example sentences, Eric?
Sure, Lisa. Here's one. She attempted to learn French before her trip to Paris. Another example could be, he attempted to lift the heavy box, but it was too heavy for him.
Those are clear examples. And it's useful to know that to attempt is usually followed by an infinitive like to learn or to lift in your examples.
That's right, Lisa. Now, let's check out a sample dialogue where to attempt is used. Imagine two colleagues, Ben and Molly, at an office discussing a new project.
So, Molly, are we going to attempt to finish the project by this Friday?
Yes, I think we should attempt it, even though it will be difficult. It's important for our team.
I agree. If we organize ourselves well, I believe it's possible.
Great. I'm glad we're both ready to attempt this tight deadline.
Using to attempt in a conversation makes it clear they're talking about trying something difficult, but possible. Eric, have you ever attempted something that felt almost impossible at first?
Yes, once I attempted to run a marathon without much training. It was tough, but I managed to finish it.
That's quite an achievement. I once attempted to bake a cake without a proper recipe, but it was a really bad experience for me.
It's all about the effort, right, Lisa? Even if we don't succeed, attempting something new is a good way to learn and grow.
Absolutely, Eric. And to all our listeners, remember, it's always worth it to attempt new challenges. At least you'll learn something important.
Well said. Okay, Lisa, let's explain the next word. The next word is to put up with.
To put up with.
To put up with. It is a phrasal verb, and it means to tolerate or accept an unpleasant situation, or person without complaining. It is usually related to something you don't like, but you decide to deal with it anyway.
That sounds like a useful phrase. Can you give us 2 sentences using put up with?
Of course. Here's the first one. I can't put up with the noise from the construction site anymore. And the second, she's been putting up with her old laptop, even though it's very slow.
It's important to note that put up with is a phrasal verb, and we use it with an object, like noise or laptop, like the ones in Eric's sentences.
In addition, we can use it with the pronoun Lisa, like I cannot put up with him or her, or I will not put up with you anymore.
Exactly, Eric. Okay, let's listen to our sample dialogue. Nathan and Olivia are having a chat.
Olivia, how do you put up with the mess in the kitchen every day?
It's tough, Rosa, but I put up with it because our roommate is busy with exams.
I guess we all have some things we put up with. I've been putting up with the loud music at night.
Maybe we should stop putting up with these things and talk about them instead.
In this dialogue, Rosa and Olivia use put up with to talk about dealing with problems in their apartment.
It's true, we often put up with things to avoid problems with people. Lisa, is there anything you're putting up with right now?
Well, I've been putting up with a leaky faucet. It's annoying, but I plan to fix it soon. How about you, Eric?
I've been putting up with a long commute, but I'm looking for a new place closer to work.
It seems like we all have something we put up with. Listeners, think about what you put up with and if it's worth it.
We hope You won't have to put up with any difficulties in learning English.
I hope so. Okay, let's move on the last word, Eric.
Our last word today is break a leg.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Oh, break a leg. That's an interesting idiom. It means good luck, especially to performers before they go on stage. It might sound strange, but it's a way to wish someone success and luck.
That's right, Lisa. An idiom comes from the performing arts. People think saying good luck directly might actually bring bad luck, so instead of it, they say break a leg. Now, let's use it in two examples. First, before her audition, her friend told her to break a leg. This means her friend wished her good luck. Second, as the curtains opened, the director said, break a leg, to all the actors.
Great examples, Eric. Let's listen to our sample dialogue. This time, let's imagine two actors backstage before a play starts.
I'm feeling so nervous. This is my first big performance.
Don't worry. You've practiced hard. Just go out there and break a leg.
Thanks. Let's both do our best. I hope we impress the audience.
Yes, let's break a leg together and give a performance to remember.
That dialogue is perfectly suitable to the idiom. It shows how break a leg is used to encourage and wish success.
Definitely, it's all about supporting each other, especially in stressful moments like a performance. Lisa, have you ever used break a leg to wish someone luck?
Yes, I told my brother to break a leg before his guitar solo performance. He was surprised at first, but then smiled because he knew what I meant. How about you, Eric?
I've used it before a friend's photography exhibition. It was a big moment for him, and saying break a leg felt like a fun way to increase his confidence.
That's wonderful. It shows that break a leg can be used in various contexts, not just in theater or acting. It's about wishing someone well in any attempt.
Exactly, Lisa. They add color to our language and express our good wishes in a fun way.
Wishing luck can be done in many ways, and this one is particularly special. Well, that's all for today's episode of Simply Explained English. Thank you for tuning in and learning with us. We hope you found our explanations helpful and that you have added new words to your vocabulary.
Remember to review what you've learned today. Reviewing is the key to learning new words.
Join us next time for more insights into the English language. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like our videos.
Until next time, keep learning and take care.
Bye-bye.